Hello, I'm Dudley Thompson, and welcome again to WDT Media TV. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. PNP Senator Damion Crawford, while speaking on the Let's Be Honest podcast, is saying that when government proposed to lower the threshold for income tax, he's saying that the Prime Minister secretly would give himself a raise. Here now from Damion Crawford.
So if you are carrying white to the board, when other communities are going to be lighter. If you're carrying black to the board, when other communities are going to be darker. The PMP's personality is equity. Concept is equity. So if you look on most of what we have done, is seeking to create fairness. The Jamaica Labour Party's color what them bring is really wealth. So most of it don't create fairness. So the two we have a concept of giving back the people money. The JLP said we're going to cut the tax, the income tax from 25 to 15. What that means? It means that the poorest people get the least and the richest people get the most. In this case, the teacher would get 30,000, but Andrew Holmess, who's making 28 million, would get 2.6 million. Once again. So Andrew now try to give himself a raise and think we wouldn't say, but you know me, I watch him all the time. Someone just give him the pickup and say, I see you, Andrew, trying to give yourself $2.6 million and get a teacher 30,000. The PMP's plan, get a teacher 80,000. Even though Andrew still get 200,000, the teacher get a closer proximity to what Andrew, right? So when we look at what is happening now, our plan will cost the country 55 billion. Their plan will cost the country 90 billion. The two of us have 100 million, and the man $100. The man will spend $90, tell the man will spend $55 that him can't afford it. Yeah. It's mathematically illogical.
Crawford went on to say that the JLP is not building a country, they were building a narrative.
Narratives. So when you go, it's a story that man try to build. So you say Andrew Holmess cut a ribbon for every house that he built. Any other prime minister ever tried that? You understand? And therefore now, when him look out there, he build 30 houses every year and say we need 6,000 houses. That take 200 years.
The maths.
Yeah, man, we not go there, so the maths. So my duty now, because when a man see a ribbon I cut every day, I say, he might work. In a 1 year, PJ Patterson built 10,000 houses in a Greater Portmore. If him did to cut them ribbon, them couldn't retire up to today. If every day would still cut a ribbon. So you have to know, I lie to the people now. But if the people say, oh, but see a house, and I'm not against the house, I'm against a fallacy that your plan is for 200 years. You understand? Couldn't come true for 200 years. They come back again and say, yo, we have a program called LIFT. It's going to help young people between 19 and 24. That's nearly 240,000 picnic. How much them I help per year? 500. You have to come out and say, yeah, so 500 get LIFT and 239,000 get left. All that, you have to come and talk to the people. So sometimes now, because the person is celebrating a concept. So what's wrong with giving young people a chance? As a government, you can't give 0.1% of the people a chance and then market it as something good. You should have shame of it. You understand me? If you only can give 500, you should have sneak around and give. But they might make a big thing where sometimes the marketing budget bigger than the project.
So what questions?
Damion Crawford also highlighted the inequality in the current Jamaican school system.
How do we create equity then going forward? Because when they're done, they're going to negotiate with them money. What we do if we never in the room? We work in the negotiating room. So we say, it's not just salary, it's a remuneration per package. So what is a remuneration package? One, we're going to start make it easier for you to own a house. So therefore, we're going to give you a higher threshold at the NHT. And once you stay in the public sector, you therefore continue to pay the lower interest rate, which means you're going to save $20,000 a month. You get to me, I come from banks, have done it for keep them best people all the time. So 2% mortgage, but when you're left, you have to pay 12%. You understand me? So therefore, that is one thing. Two, we say you want them own a vehicle. And we can tell you a story. A teacher coming at the Gleaner, say, Calabar, can call his name of the school, 98% passes in English. So you don't know boys' school, 98%, and me deep in the education thing. But you know that. Someone comes to Ropes and take up my phone, let me talk to the teacher, let me talk to the teacher. Big brawling 7 o'clock in the morning. Here the teacher to me now, who just get 98% passes. Mr. Crawford, I have to hang up and call you back, I have to call a taxi. Yeah. This lady just get 98%. Where you do a push sheet for foreign tech sheet at an all boys school. So foreign now start look on sheet too. You think the foreign read the newspaper and say, oh, we want a teacher. Because them recruit thousands a year. So when you look on this now, we say, listen, all right, we're going to put in a concession. For every year, every 5 years where you stay in the school system, you get a graduating concession, which means you get a bigger benefit. So the person that 10 years get a bigger benefit than he got when he was 5 years. That means you only can buy a car, you can buy a better car each year. So it starts your way out. See, we look again and we say, yo, listen, internet is a necessity for a teacher because information is the basis of knowledge. And therefore, if you're going to teach, you have to get information. Access to information is a tool of trade. So if access to information is a tool of trade, make them get the internet for free, right? Because when man do a pay for extra to do the work, I pay you for do the work. Yeah, you understand? Mm-hmm. So we come and say we're going to put the internet as a tool of trade. Then we say, yo, we are going to forgive them student loan for every year with them stay in a classroom. So if you have 15 years student loan, then you just work for 15 years and it wipe off. Now here bro G now, bro got craving, you know. See? Yeah, the craviness of all it is. You understand me? So yeah. So you know, that is unfair. That is unfair because the other people not getting it. That is just a simplistic and stupid way of looking at it. Because we also say we're going to forgive overtime. Teachers don't get overtime. So there's some things where John get when Mary don't get. But if you have one teacher missing from a classroom, 160 children are affected. Because one teacher teach 4 streams of 40. Fast can't calculate that because I know him have to lick him chest after 10. So when you look on that reality, now it comes up, boom, we have 160 children affected. We have children doing CXE in 5th form. We never have a maths teacher from 3rd form. So how can it be fair not to do anything to protect that child? You free? Yeah. So we look now and say, how do we retain this teacher for $200,000 a year now? Because 90% of the time, the student loan are ranked between 220,000. Is it worth it for me to spend 220,000 to save 160 people? That is where fairness come in. What is unfair is that when them take a teacher from KC, you don't know 40 is forever. So them take a teacher from KC. What happens is that the KC just go over all the Trinity and take for them teacher. So the one who left with the bag is the poor. Because all the Trinity teacher, they don't want a job over KC from morning. Because they have students who have higher capacity. You have more money coming from old boys. It is just an easier experience for a teacher at KC than at Holy Trinity. So that's why I've always said to them when they matter about teacher, take all the teachers from Campion and carry them go down to Vauxhall, and take all the teachers from Vauxhall and carry them go to Campion and tell me Vauxhall have done Campion. The reality is no. Because all of them children them have adverse child experiences, them not eat. When me a teacher some poor school, have 53 people in our class, and them not a chair. Them have to go look chair when time me come a class because them did have lab before. So them take 10 minutes out of the time for a look chair. 2 fight broke out because when them carry him chair and gone back to their desk, scarcely is one number one reason for violence in school. Because them a fight over something. See? Then no one comes and say, the area of a circle is pi r square. The dog say, hey, what the pie they coming and from man, Is it pecan pie, apple pie? R square drop out of him brain,
Yeah, because a pie.
You a pie, you must say right now. Because I'm hungry from man, you eat. You understand? I'm in a book. Sometimes they never have phones, so they have to write out the homework. You have to spend 10 minutes to write out the homework. How am I going to succeed? Well, wipe on my mouth. But how am I going to do good? When you go to another school now, when time there are 35 people in the class, everybody have a book, everybody have a calculator, everybody have a geometry set, everybody eat. You understand where I come from? Everybody have a seat. So the reality that we face is that the circumstances of these children are gathered up and put into one school. The one with these bad realities, bad circumstances with a parent on their home, with somebody who can't help them with homework. You free? So we now look and say, all right, we have to fix these things. In 9 years, these people haven't tried to fix these things. And so the fact of the matter is that we have a government who really don't care if the poor make it.
Question.
That was Dayton Campbell. No, a caller who call himself Troy have Cliff Hughes in stitches when you call into that radio program.
255. Our next call is Troy. Good morning.
Yeah, manners and respect in Mr. Hughes. Big up yourself, it's easy now.
Yes, manners and respect too.
Mr. Hughes, what year ago, we check through the manifesto, see?
You check through what?
The manifesto, man.
The manifesto?
Yeah, man. Substance, them get a D, farm, them get a B plus. What you know, Mr. Hughes?
Uh-huh.
The Senate issue, where they in the manifesto. Some time ago, about 2 months ago, the General Secretary was heard promising Lawrence Rowe a seat in the Senate. If him give up the MP seat, him a run for the Central Kingston. That's how it go.
Yes.
The PNP have 8 Senate seats based on our constitution. It's 21. GLP have 13, PNP have 8. Lawrence Rowe was promised a seat. The PNP said they want to extend it to give Maroons and Rastafarians special recognition and Senate appointment and people from the diaspora. So what you know? The PNP did really a deal with representation. Why? They never have a Maroon in them 8-member Senate in them last cycle. Why them never have a Rastafarian? Because Damion Crawford clearly not a Rastafarian. Why them never have a Rastafarian prioritizing them 8 members of the Senate? Who they adding it were political acts of the PNP to voice the expressions of the PNP, not to represent any form of inclusivity. Now they're saying that they're pushing for inclusivity. Now in my mind, if you want Lawrence Rowe there in the Senate, but Lawrence Rowe not good enough to be an MP, that means that you don't value the Senate, Mr. Hughes. You try to water down the thing. You see the heights?
You know, I'm here listening to you. And I'm saying to myself, where you come up with this formula? Where you come up with this formula?
Mr. Hughes, me might not be a PhD, you know, but me, I'm on the meds the thing. Come and watch the thing unfold.
You meds it.
Of course, me I meds it in Jamaica. We say, Mr. Hughes, it's not about JLP or PNP, it's about Jamaica, you know, me general.
Yes. And
Mr.
meds,
Hughes.
and your meds, it means you think about it.
Then we don't have to think about country, Mr. Hughes, man. Mr.
Very
Hughes.
good. Very
Mr.
good.
Hughes.
I am encouraged that you are thinking. Yes, that is what we want all of us to do more of. Because you have a point when you say that, listen, the PNP didn't have to wait until September 3 to come up or put into place initial steps, yeah, to start to demonstrate to the people of Jamaica that, listen, we are going to lead the way and put a Rastafarian into the Senate. They will tell you, though, Troy, that based on the present composition of the Senate, and this is what you should factor in, you should factor in that the 13 government senators, 8 opposition senators, is based on ensuring that the government can be kept in check if it intends to use its partisan members, all partisan, to pass laws that may be controversial. You know of that mechanism, right? That you need 2/3 in the Senate.
2/3 majority.
Right.
But watch I know.
So hold on. Let me finish the point. So if they were to go for a Rastaman or a Maroon, they will have had to ensure that the Rastaman and the Maroon is a loyal comrade who won't break the party line or defy the party whip. Do you understand?
Yes, Mr. Hughes.
All right. So you have to take that into consideration. They would have had to take that into
Well, then
consideration.
pretty much I show with them is that they are no less partisan than the people who they are trying to make not partisan. Because in order to fix partisanship, they are promoting partisanship instead of inclusivity.
Then, brethren, who are going to do that first and put you at and put themselves at a disadvantage?
Mr. Hughes, the PNP were in opposition.
Yes.
The PNP could easily, in the final year of their opposition tenure, appoint somebody from the Rastafarian community or from the Maroon community. If them did serious, because that would not significantly impair bills moving through the House. Mr. Hughes. What that would do is demonstrate if they were serious about inclusivity. What they're doing now, Mr. Hughes, is pandering to votes. And because they want curry favor, unintended, because they want curry favor with certain specific groupings in the society, because there are certain seats where the Maroons might be critical, Mr. Hughes, in determining the outcome of an election.
So I can't argue with you. You make a damn good point.
Mr. Hughes, make a move from that. Lift up fast.
Hold on there, man. Hold on there. We're up on the break. And try your name?
Yes, I.
Where you come from?
Mr. Hughes, say, I come from down Westmoreland still. But me there in the town, And I town me there right now still in Kingston, you see.
Where you vote there?
Mr. Hughes, me vote there, Westmoreland, man.
So you go back to Westmoreland and go vote?
Then I must go cast my ballot, man, because I have a gentleman who leave Northwest and where he grew up, born and grew up, and was a representative, lose the seat. And instead of staying with the people and where he grew with, and representing the people, the man leave and forward on Westmoreland. When we have a youth down Westmoreland in Mr. Large, who born and grew in the space, and PNP been in power down there for over 30 odd years. We've been voting for PNP and we're not seeing a development. So why should we reject Lawrence and bring in a man who run left in place? Better them call him Dayton Scramble.
No! You're not ordinary, brethren. What you say? Dayton Scramble?
Dayton Scramble. Born and grow in a place, Mr. Hughes. The greatest thing you can do is represent a place there. I got a parliamentarian. So how is it that you lose the seat and then leave and I go I want different parish altogether? No more scramble and scramble.
Go to the break. Hold on, sir. We have to take the break.
And that will come to the end of today's show. You were Dayton Scramble and Pyre Square. The square gonna leave the pie. Alright. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, thanks.